what we have here is evidence that the topology of the world is not the topology that we ordinarily see. We see things as separated by a certain distance. We walk across a room and we think, well, we've left the far wall of the room behind us and so forth. But there's an attempt to say, well, maybe things that from our macroscopic point of view appear to be widely separated in space, like New York and Chicago, just to take two macroscopic examples, from a microscopic point of view might actually be. What we have here is evidence that the topology of the world is not the topology that we ordinarily see.
Wow. For a second, that chat looked looked like it was from like I Show Speed or something. It was a fast moving chat for a second there. Guys, for the final time now, allow me to say this. This is not going to become a Geometry Dash channel. I have better things to do in life. Now that's out of the way, let's get started. Hello there and welcome back. You're watching the Friday Show with me, Paul A.K. Modus. How was your week? So yeah, today, Friday, April 11th, which is not April 1st for just an additional one. Rare Jared appearance. Modus Valorant when? I literally have never played Valorant. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I look, I know the game, okay? It's just I haven't played it. I don't really have an intention to play esports games other than Rocket League. And even then, I haven't touched Rocket League in a while. Like, last time I played it was with Agente. And, which, by the way, he's watching from Spain right now as we speak. He's just arrived in Madrid. He's literally a 4 to 5 hour drive away from me right now. So that's something. That's something. That's something. Paul, why didn't you say you plan to become a full-time Genshin Impactor? Genshin Impactor? Was that the new DLC? Here before Agente crashes the stream. And he is getting closer and he is inching closer to being in this very room so he can Yo, but for real. So we can have him in this room and finally realize the April 1st joke for real. So he can do one of these streams sometime. Dedicated to PUBG Mobile. Guys, come on, let's play Raid Shadow Legends. Hi, Cosmic Fluid, what's up? Paul. Cosmic. What? Oh man, chat is going crazy. Yeah, did go crazy. Like the last reel that we posted, Jared and I. He put together this reel about Codename Chords, the intro, the like chiptune start to Codename Chords, and it blew up. It also like that. This has been like our second viral reel in a way. Like not as much as Buscachoil / Buscakyol. I know how it's pronounced now, folks. That has almost 1 million views on Instagram right now, which is it's hard to wrap my head around that number. So this one is a little bit more contained. It is the most liked post on my Instagram at the moment. 366 likes. So yeah, it is. With some margin, my most liked Instagram post, except like barring the Buscakyol reel, which is like, it's not even a comparison. But it did even better on TikTok, which for some reason it got 2, not 1, but 2 algorithmic boosts. The first one was like the first 5 minutes, it almost got to like 1,000 plays. And then the other algorithmic boost happened earlier this morning. And where's it at? Like 33,000 plays right now? Dude, it's just a chiptune intro. It's not that complicated, but it does seem like #retro and #nostalgia. The algorithm eats it right up. The algorithm loves it. But I have been getting really cool comments from all of you. But I do have to mention one extremely minor, but still worth mentioning nitpick. I would like to believe this is a TikTok problem and not a people problem. But for some reason, so you guys know how like there's a comment section on TikTok, right? And I've been getting so one person commented a while back, can I hear the full song? Can we get the full song? And I replied, the song is not done yet. And then I got another comment with the exact same question. When can we hear the full song? And then 10 others, and then 20 others. I have no idea. It's impressive. It's impressive the capacity to which people don't seem to be able to read each other's comments. Like, do people read? Like, does TikTok make it easy for you to read the comment section, or is it easier to just post a comment without actually seeing the comment section first? Because I have been asked the same question, can we hear the full version, 10 times or more. And do not get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I have absolutely no problem in answering the question 10 times if need be. Okay? But it's just funny.
25, what makes someone a criminal?
It's just funny. Like, it's just fascinating to me how 10 people can be asking the exact same question when the answer is already on the comment section. It's fascinating. I love it. Not doing my homework for me as compensation for uninstalling Geometry Dash. Get over right here and do my Algebra 2. No. Finish your studies. Become a smart man. I see these comments on literally every TikTok video about music. Can we hear the full song? Not at the moment, no. So I'll just reply to every single comment that asked the same question. I'll just do it at once. Like, all of them at once, right here, live on YouTube. No, you can't hear the full song yet because it's not finished. I'm still working on the song. It's very advanced. It's pretty close to completion, but I still have to do like a week's worth of final stretch to get that song to like final status. And even then, I'm probably not going to release it overnight, right? There's still going to be a process of where do I fit this in the schedule. Am I going to release it as a single or as part of something bigger? What am I going to do with it? And deciding on a release window. So it might still be a good while you guys can hear the full song like actually released. But in the meantime, next week I will be posting more reels about that song on TikTok, on Instagram, and YouTube. Right? So on all three, I'll be posting the whole sequence of reels we made for Codename Chords. We'll be posting them all in succession next week, right? So we have like 3 or 4 more reels about this song. We'll be posting them all next week. See how long we can ride that wave. Because that's just how it works nowadays, I guess. Can we get complete silence for... No. You did get it for 3 seconds, though, so that's that. Yeah, but like, is the song finished? Yes. And you can hear it in my Bandcamp. No, you can't. But my Bandcamp is live. I just launched a new page. I'm on Bandcamp, y'all. Let's check it out. So right now, we only have the Near Protocol series on there. But over this weekend and the next few days, I'm going to be publishing in my Bandcamp every single self-release I've ever done up till now, right? So right now, there's my Bandcamp. I'm going to link it in chat. It's very simple. It's iamodus.bandcamp.com. So right now, it's just the Near Protocol series, but how I see it is there's more to it, right? So you'll see all the stuff that says private. That's like my POV, right? My POV looks a little bit different because I have uploaded all of these. I'm just going to roll them out throughout the next few days, right? So I'm going to roll these out progressively. So starting with the older ones and then getting more and more recent, and ending with Reconnect and Mirage and Save Me, right? So yeah, and this is Name Your Price. So you can name your price. For example, the LMP series is 10 euros or more. You can choose to pay more if you want to support my work, or you can just pay the base amount, and you will have the download available in the highest possible quality. That is, if the song was exported in 16-bit 44.1K, that's how you're getting it. If the song was exported in 24-bit 48K, like the more modern ones, that's what you're getting. You are getting the exact same WAV file that I exported from the DAW. So you're getting the highest possible quality anywhere ever, because it's my direct master export. That's what you're getting with Bandcamp, okay? So yeah, it's my export directly from the DAW, directly from FL Studio, from my computer to you. That's it. So now you can engage in direct capitalism, like I mentioned in that reel in that story a few days ago. Now you can participate in one-to-one capitalism. You get me, Paul? I've been at the premieres of all your songs since Reconnect. Thank you. Yeah, that shows you some dedication. I remember listening to the Astral Realm mix premiere while jogging around my neighborhood. I bet it was enlightening, just like jogging around and being transported to the 7th dimension. Fresh from the press. Yeah, it's as fresh from the press as it gets, because it's directly from the source. There are no conversions involved. It hasn't been converted. It hasn't been transcoded to a different codec. It's just, I export it from the DAW, you get it. That's it, right? And as a bonus, with the New Protocol series, you get a wallpaper pack if you buy the album. So yeah. Pretty cool. I'm modus.bandcamp.com. It is out now. Yeah, right now it's just the NYP series, but all of the items, the songs that you just saw in there that are set to private right now, they will all be rolling out in the next few days. So stay tuned. You can now buy them all directly from the source. So that is everything I am cleared to put up on there. Okay. So you might be noticing, you might have noticed that there's a whole bunch of stuff missing, and it's the label releases that are missing from Bandcamp because label contracts, it's complicated. I can't just put up a song for direct sale when I have a label contract that does a 50-50 split in revenue. So it's I can't really do that. So glad you have a Bandcamp now. Yes, it all stemmed from concerns of like modern day streaming platforms. They keep finding ways to pay us less and less every month. Legally, by the way, they keep finding legal loopholes to legally pay us less. Okay? And I wanted to do my part in that. And since the whole streaming royalties landscape is getting hotter and hotter, I might as well sell it to you directly from the source. So yeah, that's it. So no subscriptions, no royalty shit, no ads. You can download the file and listen to it at the highest possible quality offline, because you're getting an audio file, right? It's not an app, it's a file. So you can just put it on your actual local storage on your phone, which is, I believe, a lost art by now. Downloading songs and keeping them on your phone to use on your local music player. Like, we left that behind a long time ago. I feel like we should bring it back. The concept of ownership. Okay, you, like, obviously you don't own the song, I do, but you own a license to listen to that song, because I feel it's important for preservation's sake, right? So yeah, so excited to actually own my song. Well, yeah, like I mentioned, like you don't actually own the recording rights to the song. I do. Okay, you just have a copy for your personal use to listen. Okay, you should not redistribute or resell that copy. So yeah, it's all in good faith, people. It's almost as if people make music for people to listen to. Yeah. So yeah, you can download them offline, and no DRMs, no shit, no nonsense. And listen to it whenever. Yeah. 2077 in GD1. Don't ask me. I'm not the Space Gauntlet level maker you think I am. I'm not even gonna let you make jokes with that. That would be piracy. And piracy, at least in our Discord server, is a permaban. So if you pirate from me, it's an instant permaban on my server. Like, that's the highest possible offense in my server. So maybe don't do that. Maybe don't. My God, it's already at 34,000 plays. What the hell is happening? So yeah. Okay. You know, it's also okay. Your mom! Free roast. You should play Ultimate Chicken Horse on stream. I was gonna say, I was gonna say, so KFC, but then I realized KFC doesn't have horse in the name. I did see a small soon in the end screen of the Mirage level, so perhaps save me coming. Maybe. And if that does happen, I have a suspicion. I have a sneaking suspicion the level will probably be even longer because the song is longer than Mirage. Not by a whole lot, but still. Oh my god. Can we get the full version? Yes, but when it's done and no sooner. So how was your Friday or your week? Because mine was fun. By the way, it's Holy Week here in Spain, so I'll probably for the first time in a while, I'll probably go out and touch grass and take this very camera you're watching me from right now and take some pictures. Because it's picture season. Modus on GD Music Library 1. Rob Top, my email is public, paul@iamont.us. So yeah, just started the spring break. You guys in America, from what I've heard, the spring break is a lot longer than our spring break. So our spring break is like Holy Week, and then one more week after that, which is like our spring season break thing. So it's just 2 weeks for us. But as far as I know, for you guys, it's like a month, and then your summer vacation is not as long as ours. So our summer vacation is from the end of June to early September. So it's like 2.5 months, right? So like 100 days, or just a little less. So it's the entirety of July, August, and then 2 weeks. Yeah, it's 2.5 months. Spring break is only for school, and it's usually a single week. Oh shit. Okay, I stand corrected. I was under the impression that the spring week was a lot longer. Maybe it is a British thing instead, because I know I was told that somewhere, right? And I believe I was told that in school. And in school, the English we learned was always British English, right? So we always have like British books to learn English at school. So I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that that's probably where that comes from, because yeah, I know. I'm not tripping, people. I'm not tripping. I haven't got that much off the deep end yet, but yeah, I know. I was told that spring break is long somewhere. If there's anyone from the UK here, feel free to comment on it. Feel free to comment on it and tell me if that is also wrong, and the person who told me that was just tripping balls. But yeah. Yeah, I just saw a comment coming in on TikTok. You are the keygen. Keygen music. I know, right? The intro to Codenamed Chords sounds a lot like keygen music. Like, yeah, I'll play it for y'all. Give me a minute. So it's like this. Hey, can you pick it up? SoundCloud. Can you pick it up? There we go. So. This is all like Asian music. Yeah. Crown of stars and dust. Okay, that's as much as I'm willing to play on a stream, which is going to be public, by the way. Friday chills are probably going to be public until we get memberships up. So, Friday chills until we get punter on YouTube are going to be left to public. So yeah, make of that what you will. That means I should probably be a little bit more conservative on what I play and on what I play. The Geometry Dash video wasn't enough. Yeah, not content with the Geometry Dash gameplay, which by the way also blew up on my YouTube channel. What do you want? A fucking monument or something? How's the watch time doing now? I don't know yet, because YouTube's stats are a week behind. So right now it's showing me data from just before I posted the video. So right now, if I go to the tab here, right now it's telling me 1,589 valid public watch hours, showing data as of April 6th, 2025. So it's showing me from about 5 days behind. And I posted the video on Monday, I think it was. So on the 7th. So we might start seeing those. We might start seeing that roll out, like be reflected in the stats soon enough. So yeah. If you ever play music on public streams, you could just tag it by screaming over the entire thing. You'll be able to avoid rippers that way. I did sing over it. A little bit. There's also the whole audio compression thing. If I spot a rip and it sounds compressed, I know where you got it from, and I can issue a takedown. I cannot wait until that song is on GD. Patience. Patience is the best science. I don't have a release date for it yet, which means it's probably going to be a while till you see it. A number of the songs I'm finishing right now, I don't know if they'll be released during the remainder of 25. So if they do release next year, when they do, it's probably gonna be a bunch of songs together. Like if I don't get to release for the remainder of this year, you're eating good in 26. I'm just saying. Everything sounds compressed on YouTube. Yeah, but my master doesn't. But the version I have, which is the direct export from my DAW, doesn't have compression. So if I see a rip and I hear it with the stream compression on top of YouTube's own compression, I know where you got it from. I can just do a delta. I can just do the phase cancellation trick, the phase delta thing, and I can just be left with the compression artifacts, so I know where you got it from. I know it's longer in Japan. Oh, by the way, I was playing the song. I was playing Codename Chords through SoundCloud. So it's SoundCloud's compression through YouTube's livestream compression through another hypothetical YouTube video if there's a rip. So I definitely know where you got it from because I'm playing it through SoundCloud. So yeah. I have security countermeasures, y'all. I wouldn't dare play something direct from source. I know it's longer in Japan because there's spring break. It's actually the transition between school years. I see. So they have school in August? Well, I mean, maybe their August is not as hot as ours, but if we had school, like if we had school in August in Spain, I am pretty confident we would get some heat deaths in school. I'm just saying. There would be certain days of the week where children would not, like, would have to be forbidden from going out into the like school court, like go outside, right? For the little break, for the like recess, right? That's what you guys call it, recess, break, time off, time out. It's so funny how Spain isn't even the hottest country, though. I know, but the fact for us is not that we are the hottest country. It's that we are consistent in our heat. So we're not we don't have the hottest temperatures, but we do have entire weeks above 40 C in August. 40 C is not a particularly super high temperature. Like 40 C is very hot, but it's not the hottest it's ever been on planet Earth, right? But we get entire weeks of that. It's the consistency. It's the fact that it's prolonged in time. That's the real issue here, right? August 23rd, 2026, the heat death of the school district. We don't have districts per se. We have what you call provinces or regional communities, right? Like autonomous communities. So it's not quite like the United States. There's like less independence, right? From province to province. Like it's not as liberal, let's say, not in a political way, but in like the amount of independence a province gets from the central government is not as much as the US, right? So yeah, like we have a system where we have a central government and then we have provinces, each with their own like province government, right? And they can be different parties as well. So a province can have a government from a different party than the central government. So it is kind of similar than the US, but we don't use the term states, right? We're more like provinces. How's the humidity? Too high. 40C wouldn't be so much of a problem if we didn't have over 50% humidity a lot of the time. It's the kind of heat you just can't escape. It's the kind of heat that makes you sweat your life out, right? And there's no escaping it. Even if you're inside, it's just you can't. Your only way out is to use an AC, is to use an air conditioner. The only way I can stream in summer nowadays is to use an air conditioner, because before we had one, before we had a portable AC in my house that we could put in my room, there was only an AC in the living room, and that's it. And I want, like, my studio is not in the living room, so I can't really take advantage of that. So, and you guys know that when I stream, I have to close off my windows and my door, right? So like no noise gets out. Because I'm not the only one living here. My family lives here too, right? So yeah, like I have to close it off. And just imagine that for 2 to 3 hours straight, 3 days a week, when it's 43 degrees Celsius outside, which is like almost, if not 100 Fahrenheit outside, right? with no airflow of any kind, and your laptop is constantly pushing out heat because it's doing stuff, because it's under load. So your laptop is pulling out all this heat. It's already very hot outside, and you have to be closed off with no airflow for like 2 to 3 hours. We used to do that. And I'm pretty confident I have done some streams where the room ended up being 50 Celsius. I'm pretty sure this room heated up all the way to 50 C at some point. Paul, you have a NASA supercomputer in the room. Yeah, but I also have I also put liquid metal on it, so it's a NASA supercomputer that also manages to stay relatively cool. So yeah, like it idles at about 45 C, right? 45, which is pretty good for like what's effectively a 280 watt laptop in total. Like the power brick is like this big. The power brick is this big, right? And it's 330 watts. Has anyone drawn you as one of the little Exobolt characters? No, because I haven't had a solo release on Exobolt, I think, ever. I've only released as part of an O something compilation. So 06, I believe 09, and then 011 with Crystal Clearer, right? So yeah, I released 3 times an Exobolt, if I'm not mistaken, and they've all been part of one of their like label compilations. So I haven't had a single release, which is where they draw individual characters, which is where the artist where she's called Emmy, where Emmy draws us as characters in the artwork, right? My power brick is 70 watts as a little 3-inch. Yeah, but your laptop is not my laptop. You couldn't tune your Protocol 10 on that laptop if you wanted to. So yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, when we didn't have an AC, I believe it was the last year I didn't have an AC in summer, I believe was 2020, right? Yeah, which was the first year I was down here, the last week of August, or like the last couple of weeks of August. We already had the bedroom studio ready, so I went down here from the attic, and I started streaming here. And I remember, yeah, it got unbearably hot to the point where I would have to take a shower immediately after the stream because my entire shirt was just water. It just turned into water. like you could squeeze it and water would come out. Well, not water, sweat, but sweat would come out if you squeeze the shirt. So yeah. M4 Pro MacBook Pro, powerful, but not 300 watts powerful, not RTX 4090 powerful. Okay, I would actually die if it ever hit above 45C for me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, Paul sweats pure water confirmed. Shut up. So yeah, we've had streams in here where the heat and the humidity got so bad, I had to take a shower immediately after, or I would open the door, right, and the corridor of the house would feel cold to the touch. Like the air would feel cold to me, even if it was 40 degrees outside, because that was just how much hotter it was in this room. So when I got out, the air felt cold to me. So yeah, it was bad. That situation, it couldn't keep going. Like, it was unsustainable. So yeah, at some point I had to go out and get me an AC, and I believe it was somewhere at the end of the pandemic. I think it was 2022, I want to say, because I remember being in the AC store, and we were buying the AC, and while we were seeing, while we were eyeing up the ACs, I had just received the email from UKF that No Return Reboot was going to be on UKF Dubstep. And I remember I received that email while I was at the AC store. So yeah, that was fun. Buying an AC and getting your song on UKF at the same time. That was sick. Distill that sweat and drink it like a Lisan al Gaib. So yeah, we've had temperatures here where you could fry an egg on the pavement. We've had temperatures where I couldn't even turn on my computer. Like you would hit the power button and it wouldn't do anything. Like it wouldn't light up. It was just dead. But it wasn't dead. It was too hot for it to turn on. So yeah. Now we're having that. It's that time of the year for like summer weather conversations here in Spain. But yeah, I saw last year in the UK people had like heat waves of just over 40 C, and like 41 C is more like somewhat normal for us in Spain, but in the UK people were suffering from it bad. I remember that. Like seeing on TV, there were tons of heat deaths because people up there are just not used to that weather. Does your laptop have a Thunderbolt 5 port? Does it need it? I don't need a Thunderbolt 5 port. I don't have anything that fast. The fastest thing I have, which is my external NVMe, runs off of a USB 3.2. So yeah, like do I really need Thunderbolt? No, I don't. I'll stick with DisplayPort, thanks. I'm using HDMI. Like, call me old school, but I don't have a physical DisplayPort port on my computer. It goes through USB-C, and I would rather use the USB-C ports for actually plugging in stuff than having it assigned, than having a USB-C port used up for the screen or my monitor here. So I'm using HDMI for my screen. Oh man. Hey Modulo, I'm gonna be falling asleep to the stream, so please don't make any loud sounds, thanks.
What? What'd you say? Wanted loud sounds? Wanted to...
My word base is not working today. Wait, I need to try that again. No, it's not happening. I need to try that again. That was horrible. That was bad. Oh man. This is day 432 of Modus not being able to do the lip roll. This is not happening. That speed is being bottlenecked if you're using external hard drives. I'm using so I have two internal NVMe's. One is 1 terabyte, the other is 2 terabytes. That's my editing drive, and the 1 terabyte one is my OS drive. So they're like both NVMe's, and they're like the fastest storage I have is on those two. And then I have the external NVMe, which is like a gigabyte per second, which is more than fine. This is where I keep my modus related stuff. So all the audio stuff, samples, right? And all of my exports, right? My visual assets, so cover arts, all that stuff goes in there. And then I have a 4 terabyte mechanical hard drive, which is where I store like bulk videos, the near protocol videos, work stuff, right? So like the really big stuff, right? That is on a mission to keep Sky awake. Can your laptop run two 6K displays at 60 FPS from a single port? Do I care if I don't have 6K displays at 60 FPS? Mine has 120. So it's therefore better. But no, I don't plan to use 6K. And even if I had a 6K display, I would only be able to use it for stuff like FL Studio, because I don't have, or like I would have to turn down graphic settings on my games for them to run at 6K. 4K is about as high as I'm willing to go for PC monitors. 4K is like as sharp, or like where it still has value. It's like the highest point where it still has value to me. Anywhere above that just doesn't make sense, because like games still need AI to run at 4K 60 Ultra, right? And the super wide screen I have is like two 1080p monitors fused together, so it's like the height of 1080p and the width of 4K, right? So it's like if you cut a 4K monitor in half horizontally, that's what you get. You get my monitor, and then you curve it up a little bit. Yeah. And I only need HDMI 2.0 for that, and that's what I'm running it on. And that's all I've ever needed since I've had this laptop, and I don't intend to change that setup because it works, and if it works, don't fix it. Right? Like, but does your laptop have this? It's not a question of does it have it? Is it but rather, do you need it? Like, buy what you need. Like, only buy what you need. You'll be saving money. Right? I've seen 8K videos on YouTube, and I'm like, is that really necessary? If you have an 8K TV, I guess, sure. Right? Movies, like, for all I know, movies are still getting exported in 4K. So like not just in streaming platforms, but like the final master of movies is still 4K. I haven't seen an 8K Blu-ray yet, I think, from like a major movie, right? That wasn't a gimmick, right? So yeah, like most movie theaters are still like 4K. I want to know, Lion, what's up? We're talking about resolutions and TVs and buying only what you need because you're going to save money. Yeah, what I have is more than enough. And why would I change it if it's not broken? So it's like this phone. This phone, I'm going to change it when it breaks in half. I love this thing. I've been using it for almost 3 years now. And yeah, I don't intend on changing it. What is happening? Why is it playing? Oh my god, what is happening here? Why is it playing the Friday chill music? Oh, here we go. I had another browser tab open with the stream. I had two separate browser windows with the stream. Dude, I need an Xperia so bad. Yeah, they're pretty good. They've been getting more mainstream. Definitely, they got rid of the 21:9 display. So now it's closer to like regular phones, where they're like 19:9 or 19.5:9. So they're not as wide. They're not as tall in this case, right? Still, I'm probably going to buy a gaming PC in the next year or so. make sure you buy what you need and nothing else, right? You already have a very powerful laptop in your MacBook, in your M4 Pro. I would say try using something like Steam's Proton layer. See if you can get some stuff working. Unfortunately, I just got my new Legion a few months ago, but that was also a good purchase. I bet it was. It was personally recommended, wasn't it? It was a personal recommendation from yours truly. First we mine, then we... do I have to say it again? Do I have to say again how mid the Minecraft movie is? And yet, it's still a massive success because people are not looking for a plot in movies anymore. They're just like... The audience nowadays is like that one DiCaprio meme. Get out. You're not the DiCaprio meme. They're like that one meme, or like this meme. We're like, oh hey, that's Minecraft. Oh my god, that's Steve, right? Here, see that? And that's it. The audience nowadays is this. Right? Why even is there a Minecraft movie? Money. It's what drives everything. Money. The only reason why anything exists nowadays is money. If there isn't money to be made, the chances of it existing are slim. Maybe everyone in the Minecraft movie audience was just there to laugh at that movie. I don't know. But I surely those vibes like, hey, that's Minecraft. Oh my god. That's like grass blocks. And they mine and they craft. Oh my god, and it's Steve. Wow. Right? So the movie was attempting to be a truly terrible movie. People went to it wanting it to be terrible. It succeeded on all counts. Really? Because to me, it didn't even seem fun bad. Or at least they didn't try. And it didn't turn out to be fun bad either. I don't know. Recent events in the modus verse gave me a crazy idea what to add to oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that next week. If one on online is to be believed, he's going to have the Rushdown Minecraft mod ready, and we're gonna be playing it on stream. We are going to be playing something that is better than the Minecraft movie. We're going to be playing a Minecraft mod with modus in it, with the Rushdown artists in it. How's that? And we're going to be playing it here on stream, and you can be sure, Jared, we're going to be making another Geometry Dash style video with that one. We're going to ride the gaming wave for eternity. Flint and steel makes you a criminal in 2025. Minecraft is such a cultural phenomenon that it was going to succeed in the box office no matter what. Is it though? Like, was it? Like, I don't know. Like, what other examples can I think of like really big cultural phenomena, especially in video games, that made it to the movies and then they totally flopped? Like the clearest example I can think of is World of Warcraft, but I don't think that's as big of a phenomenon, like not in the mainstream at least, as Minecraft is. Like World of Warcraft is popular, Minecraft is mainstream popular. So I guess that's where you're coming from, right? I'm also really skeptical about the upcoming Zelda movie. It doesn't enter my mind. It doesn't enter my mind that they would make that into a live action. Who are they gonna cast for Link? Tom Holland? Minecraft has unrivaled relevance. Mario, yeah, but the Mario movie did well, and it was good. The Mario movie was really good. And don't get me started on the Sonic movies. Like all three were absolute bangers. But yeah, it's like video game movies can be good, and we have real world examples, and not even that old. They're pretty recent. One of them is from 4 months ago. Like Sonic 3 came out in Christmas Day 2024. Hi Gente, you're back. How does it feel to be so close yet so far away from me? La Torino would recommend. All right. I was talking about the animated. Okay. But yeah, I'm very skeptical about the live action Zelda movie that's going to be coming out in a couple years. I can't picture it. Who would make a good Link? Who would make a good Zelda? Who would make a good, like, how I don't know. Like, who would play the Goron? Who would play the Goron? Now I'm really curious. Who do you guys think would be a good Goron in a live action Zelda movie? Zelda Williams would make a good Zelda. I see what you did there. But I don't know. Who is Goron? You definitely need to play more Zelda. The Goron is not one person. They're an entire race. They're an entire race of creatures. These are the Goron in Zelda, the little like rocky characters, right? And in the new games, in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they look more like this, right? So yeah, they're like this, like really bulky, rocky shaped, right? This is a Goron. So yeah, I am intrigued. I'm really intrigued as to who would make a good Goron in a live action Zelda movie. Like, I don't know. Yes, I only played half of Spirit Tracks. Oh no. If you have a Switch, you need to play the two modern Zeldas. They are must plays, both of them. You make a good Goron? Holy shit. I think that was your best insult ever. I'm not even mad. Like, that was pretty good. I played Breath of the Wild and a bit of Ocarina of Time. Dude, if I had my Switch here right now, so it's in the living room right now, but if it was here, I would definitely show you like at least a minute or two of gameplay right here on stream, because I have like the capture card setup is here. I can just use it at any moment. But yeah, if I had the Switch right here, I would probably show you like at least a couple minutes of gameplay. So you know that you have to buy it. I need to finish Breath of the Wild. That is my biggest gaming crime right now. What I did is when I first went into Breath of the Wild, I played like the first few acts of it, and then it's not that I got stuck, it's just that I stopped playing, right? For a good while. So I was probably on a similar situation to you, and then eventually, like a couple months after, I picked it up again, and I got so hooked. And like I had to finish it. Within that month, I finished it. A very similar thing happened with Bayonetta. The first Bayonetta, I tried it on PC. I played like the first act, and then I stopped playing it. And I even uninstalled the game at one point. And then I was like, wait, I should probably give Bayonetta a second chance. And so I downloaded it again. And then it gets me so hooked. So it's like for me, there's already been a couple instances where it's the second time I try the game that it finally ends up clicking. It happened with Zelda and especially with Bayonetta. I got so hooked on Bayonetta, I had to play all 3 of them. And I played all 3 of them in succession, one after the other. And I remember Bayonetta 3, I plowed through it in like 3 days. It was one of my biggest grinds of recent memory. I don't think I would ever, not ever, like never say never. I don't think I would do that again right now. If there was a game that I really liked right now, I don't think that would happen now. Like, I wouldn't go into like a killing spree with that game and finish it in 3 days. No. I'd probably like still space it out a little bit. I really like how the starting plateau is laid out anyways. Yeah, no, there's always stuff to be done anywhere you go. That's the good thing about Zelda. It's a game you can pick it up at any time. Right? You can pick it up at any time, do anything, do literally anything for like 20-30 minutes and then leave and come back again. Right? You don't have to be advancing the story every time you play, right? Paul, I don't think you understand. I can't just start a game as massive as Breath of the Wild. I need to set aside time and schedule to experience the game for a few months. Then do it. What if you played Gartic Ringtone? Shit. You really want to derail this conversation, huh? We have established a good topic of conversation. And now, but actually, can we play Gartic Phone? Or Color Phone? I'm grinding through Xenoblade at the moment. Oh yeah. The thing with me is, so Xenoblade, it's not really a turn-based game, is it? Like it's more like real time, but also the magic stuff has cooldowns, so it's like semi turn-based. So it's like kind of like the modern Final Fantasy games, right? Where there are like some time-based things, but the combat itself is real time for all I know. So that like kind of hybrid combat system, I've tried it before. I've tried it. There was this game I played a while back. It's called Tales of Zestiria. It's played. It's part of the Tales of games, right? And I played through the whole of it. And let me see if I can get you guys some gameplay of it. So yeah, as you can see, it's like pretty real time-ish, right? But then there are some time-based things like magic casts and stuff like that. So it's very Xenoblade-like, right? Yeah. Bro, the Tales of games are also on my hit list. I also have a sarcastic confession to make. I fell in love with Neil Nail. She's so cool. Neil Nail? Oh, it's a Xenoblade character. Tsundere ass girl. What? Who said that? Wasn't me. Okay. Yeah. I remember I used Cheat Engine to add a speed boost to the character so I wouldn't take so long running around the city and I would get from point A to point B as fast as possible because all I wanted is to progress the story. So it's kind of like what I do in the DS Pokemon games nowadays. It's just like the character just moves too slow by default. I just want to get from point A to point B and battle and advance the story, right? So I have enabled a couple cheats on my Heart Gold playthrough, so the text scrolls faster and the character moves faster through the map, right? To like get all of the filler out. Oh man, this is bringing back memories. this music, I remember all of it.
Yet live in a time of crisis. Violent weather, geopolitical tensions, pestilence, famine.
Pestilence.
Goes on.
Famine. You guys don't seem to be much of a conundrum here.
The Lord of Calamity?
The Lord of Calamity? Yes, the Lord of Calamity. And then I wanted to start Tales of Berseria, but then I kind of didn't. Like, I downloaded it and I tried it out, and then I was like, I don't know. Like I beat Zestiria, but then once I got it, once I wanted to play the same kind of experience a second time, I wasn't as hooked into it. So it's just like that style of combat, maybe it's not for me, right? I did try Xenoblade on the 3DS a while back, and I remember not being very impressed. Like the graphics look insane. The world is like really lush and open, right? And they're like, it's definitely an engineering marvel, right? But just the game itself, it's not that it's bad. It's just that maybe it's not my cup of tea. Yeah, no, the 3DS version sucks. Okay. Maybe I should give the Switch one a go. I don't know. I'm wondering, did you ever see the Tomorrowland movie? I'm gonna have to look that up real quick. Tomorrowland. Oh, it's the George Clooney one. I believe I saw it. Yeah, it's like the little kid that like goes into like this like fantasy city where everything is possible, right? I believe I saw it on TV once, but I don't remember a lot of it. Yeah. You guys have no idea how down bad I am. Bro fell off. His productivity is not productivitying. So yeah, if you like that style of combat, the Tales of games should definitely be on your hit list. Zestiria the world was a little bit too big for how much content was in there. I feel like there's too much of a distance from point A to point B of the story, if you know what I mean. So if you're trying to progress through the story, too much of your time is spent going from point A to point B. So it's like the first Nier, right? So Nier, the Automata one was sick, and that made me want to try the original Nier, and then I didn't like that one as much, because you spent like half the entire game going from one place to another, like just running around. So it wasn't as interesting for me, right? So I believe at least with Zestiria, that's what happened to me. And you gotta keep in mind, I played that in like 2016, like NYP1 days. So it was a long time ago. There's a guy who married Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku? What Modus described is literally how I've played Zelda since I was 15. What, the burning through it part? The absolutely plowing through the game part? Oh man. Hi, Resort. How can you marry Hatsune Miku? Asking for a friend? I don't know. Hop on insert game here just when the conversation is starting to get interesting. Hey, can we derail the entire stream by going into a game? Oh man. I am going to need a replacement for my foot stand. So I have a foot stand, right? This is how it looks like. It has a, pun very much intended, massive crack. It that's from putting my feet on it. So this is an IKEA stand and it's like $20, and for how expensive it is, because I can get them way cheaper on Amazon, but it's plastic and it doesn't have a lot of support in the middle. So when you put both your feet in the middle, there's a very good chance it'll just break. Ew, massive crack. What do you mean, dirty feet? I put my shoes on top of this thing. Hey, like there are two types of people in this world. The types of people who take their shoes off. Well, there's like two types of cultures in this world. Let's say the ones where you take your shoes off at the entrance of the house. And the ones where you don't. In Spain, we don't take our shoes off when we go indoors. Right? So we wear shoes or like flip-flops, but we wear shoes in the house. So that just happens. What? Yes. Yes, sir. There are some people that don't do it, but like it's not like established.
In 2025,
Oh my God.
what makes someone a criminal?
Wearing shoes in the house makes you a criminal. You guys are crazy? No, we're Spanish, which is to say the same thing. So yeah, we wear shoes indoors. Huh, newsflash. Working just like the first day. I am wearing my shoes right now. I'm a criminal. See? Oh, man. I refuse to wear my shoes in the house. We just use the vacuum cleaner, and we like, okay, we have like, we're not.
In 2025, what makes someone a criminal?
I'm trying to explain, okay? Not wearing shoes in bed makes me a criminal. Okay, guys, I'm trying to explain. We have countermeasures for that, okay? Like, we don't just arrive at the house with like say we stepped on dirt and our shoes are all dirty. Like, that's not right. It doesn't. We don't just walk into the house with like dirty shoes, right? Okay. I'll try to explain while playing the flute. So what we do is we obviously have like a carpet at the entrance of the house. So we have like these like here it's called felpudo. Doormats. Okay. So here we have doormats, right? And you rub your shoes here, and that's where you get all the dirt off, or like the major bits of dirt off, right? So yeah, and that's how you can walk with your shoes indoors. So you put on your indoor shoes. We also just like we do flip-flops. No, okay, not these are the summer ones. I mean, these things. What are these called in English? We call these zapatilla, right? Yeah. Okay, slippers. Okay. So we either wear shoes or we put on slippers, but we tend not to walk without some kind of shoe. Okay? We don't just walk barefoot because, at least in our case, the floor is marble. So it gets really cold, right? So it's not like wood, right? Our floor is marble flooring. So it gets really cold in like winter, for example, and you can catch a cold from that. So yeah. Isn't that a good thing? Having marble flooring, yes, it's a good thing in many ways. It's extremely durable. It's like very, very resistant. It's like very resilient, right? It doesn't break easily. It's like very heavy and sturdy and cool. It looks cool, right? But yeah, it's just like, well, not maybe, not the Scholar, maybe. Ours is more like a darkish, like this, more or less. This is our flooring here. This can get pretty cold to the touch, right? So we tend not to walk barefoot in the house because of that. Yeah. Have you ever walked on a cold marble floor with bare feet? So yeah. So the only exception to that rule is whenever we choose to put to carpet the floor on top of the marble. So here, like half of my floor is carpeted, right? So the part where I'm sitting on right now is carpeted. But if you look the other way, I'm going to engage my big ass flashlight here. Get ready. Yeah, big light. Okay, so see, that's the marble. That's the marble flooring. See, there's like brownish floor. That's the marble flooring, right? And then the part where I'm sitting, that's carpeted. So yeah. There. Don't fall, little buddy. Modus floor reveal when you just saw it. I think I've walked on that. It's not fun. It's not fun. So you either have to wear very thick socks or use shoes. So either slippers or like actual shoes. Mildly uncomfortable, but doesn't induce frostbite, like you're saying. So yeah, it doesn't induce frostbite, but it's unfun. It's not marbles. I wish we could, Jared. Once we bring back Twitch, I plan to do a multicast test this month. So stay tuned. I'm going to announce it maybe at the end of the month. So like late April. Stay tuned because we are doing a multicast test. We're going to try streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. See how that goes. And if it works, we'll bring back Twitch as like a proxy to YouTube, right? So we can play marbles. So when we play marbles, I just ask you, guys, all of you that are watching the stream on YouTube, move over to Twitch real quick and hit ! play. So yeah. Marble flooring. It's just that the way I've lit the room, the floor is not visible. So it just looks like there's like black void. But if I could move so maybe if I have a mirror of sorts, maybe I could show you. I don't know. All you're seeing is the Astral Realm frame, but well, I mean, the floor is black. So, give me a little moment. I can probably sort this out with my phone. Give me a minute. I think I can make this work. Okay. That good? Okay. Window capture. I'm gonna choose screen copy. Okay. That's my phone, right? So now you're seeing my photo app. It's really tall, isn't it? So, yeah. There you are. This is I think this is the first time we've had a second camera angle on a Friday Chill stream or at any point. So yeah, that is the camera, right? This is the camera you're seeing right now. That's my OBS. Hello. That's I have a copy of the stream here on YouTube, and yeah, I have some stuff over there. I have the Discord chat with all of you, right? Anyway, I don't think you've seen this side of the. Well, I'm gonna take the flute somewhere else. This is the soundboard, right? And yeah, there's just the rest of the studio. If I if I direct our attention to see, it's the marble flooring, and then this bit is carpeted. So yeah, and yes, I'm wearing shoes. See. Modus vlogs. So yeah, here's my OBS setup, and you're seeing all of the sources. The chat is still called Twitch chat large, by the way. Modus floor reveal, Modus vlog moment. Yes, the floor is carpeted and I'm wearing shoes. Changed my mind. Cry about it. So yeah, here's my audio interface, and here's the flute, which I wanna put aside. And this is my 2DS. I was gonna say, this is the cover for my DS Lite. So the DS Lite should be in here. Give me a minute. That should go in there. There you go. It's pink because it used to be the cover is actually from my sister's DSi, but she doesn't use this, so I do. And yeah. Okay, I believe that's it. You wear shoes inside. I wear slippers inside. Yes, I sometimes wear slippers too, but there are some other times where I just wear shoes. The power brick. Okay, you want to see my laptop's power brick? Okay, I'll launch the camera again. Fine. All right. Put it up on the screen again. Okay, just like that. Maybe a little bit bigger. There we go. Hey agent, I'm cutting your head off with my phone feed. Yes, the Launchpad says Ableton because Novation, the creators of the Launchpad, I don't know if you can see it. It says Novation. There you go. So Novation originally designed these things for Ableton, right? And but now that's no longer the case, and they just work anywhere. So yeah. So as I was mentioning with the laptop, guys, I could just use a USB-C for DisplayPort, but I would rather use it for like something I can actually plug into it. So in this case, this cable goes all the way over to my external NVMe, which is at the back here. There's like gray blob. That's my external NVMe, and then there's like black blob that has like this like hacked together foam enclosure. That's my mechanical hard drive. We made this enclosure for it because I didn't want I wanted it to be protected from vibrations, right? So these speakers, they can be really powerful, and even though they sit on like this like foam to prevent vibrations, there are still some vibrations getting through to the table when they're like really cranked up, and I don't want those vibrations to have anything to do with the mechanical drive. Why is it just stored right there behind your laptop's exhaust? Because they never get hot enough, right? And by the way, these aren't the exhausts. The exhausts are on the sides. So the whole back area and the underside are is where the air comes in and it comes out the sides. So this is never a problem, right? And the power brick is way over here in this like black box. This is where I have the bulk of my cables. So this is how I do my cable management. I'm just gonna take this off. This is a phone stand and like a Fitbit thing. So there we see. Just gonna open the box real quick. You guys can see it. A little hard to open. There we go. Pry it open. And if we take a look at this, I enable the flashlight over here. Here we go. So the cable management, and this is the power brick. Here it is. Notice it says Legion. It's huge. Big. Like, it's really fucking big. It's 330 watts. Love the wallpaper of your own character. Thanks. Yeah. I sometimes make wallpapers for myself. Isn't that cool? That is a beefy boy. I know. I know it is. When I saw this thing, I was like, how is this power brick even bigger than the one I already had for my previous Legion, which was 300 watts, and it was just as big, if not a little bit less, but still, yeah. Anyway, that's it for Modus Studio Tour. I hope you enjoyed that. That launch pad got a little too close for comfort, did it? Nah. Yeah, it's just when I put my phone on it, the lights here are the launch pad seems to be either 50 hertz or like some other frequency that doesn't quite sync up with the phone's exposure time, so it just flickers. It does that. It's the same thing when you have a 1/60th of a second exposure time on your camera, but your lights are 50 hertz. They flicker a little bit on the image, right? So it's the same principle. Show the Discord general for a sec. No. Why would I? Yeah. Black box, Power Rangers, samurai reference. Airplane reference. Oh man. Anything else you would have liked to see for the next episode of Modus Studio Vlogs? Oh my god. What's your favorite soda? I don't drink sodas. I don't drink any sort of like carbonated drinks. All I drink is water and juice. And honestly, love it. Modus Studio Mukbang. That cooking stream is gonna have to wait. Did you see the... No, I don't use Canva. I wouldn't know. I didn't even know they had a keynote. Like, everything has a keynote nowadays. Like, like, I don't know if you saw this. Taco Bell made an E3-like event for themselves, like, for announcing Taco Bell stuff. Taco Bell has keynotes now? Or like, they're like the Games Awards style. They're like Game Awards style, where like they bring in like guests and they have this like big stage and they play music before each guest walks in. It's just, I don't know. Taco Bell has a keynote now, apparently. So that means I should have a keynote where I bring in a couple of friends of mine and then I just step on stage and go like, the next phase of Modus is really going to be something to behold. No one has ever seen this before. AI is going to... you gotta throw the word AI in there somewhere, even if it's not even related. Just throw AI with that exact pronunciation, by the way. AI. Ah, shit, hit the mic. Where's the reel at on TikTok? 36K, 3,000 plays in an hour and a half that we've been live. And people are still asking, where can they listen to the full version? This is Inception. It's like a comment within a comment within a comment. Oh, man. They're also like, there's a bunch of people saying you should work for Sega specifically. Like, okay, they're cool. I would love to work with them. I don't know. There's also a comment here that says the Tekken team should hire this man now. Wow, that's very specific. But I would also probably enjoy it. Right. Do a little bit of research. Look up the artist Jesus Biscuits. Jesus Biscuits? Need I remind you of the Jesus Biscuit? All that pops up is an Instagram profile. And it's just like what's it called? It's reposteria in English. Pastry. Okay, so it's like a pastry shop where it's not like it's not like Jesus Christ inspired. Just the owner is just called Jesus. I was saying those people should do a little bit of research and look up the artist Jesus Christ. Okay, Jesus Biscuits. It was an exclamation. Okay. This reminded me of the whole Flos Mariae thing. Oh, have I ever told you guys that story? Have I ever told you guys about the single most bizarre Spanish music act ever? Flos Mariae? I'm pretty sure I've told that story at least once in Friday Chill, but I don't know if you guys know about it. Because, yeah, like, if I've ever told that story, it definitely wasn't recently. So, I might have told that story to a completely different chat. Okay, this is gonna be fun. So it turns out, yeah, you don't remember that, right? Okay, so here goes. Okay, story time. So here, there's a university called UCAM. UCAM, okay? It's like a private university in the southeast in Murcia, right? So it's like a Catholic uni, right? And in here, there was a group, there was like a family, and it's like a family of 8 or like 9. So it's like the parents, they had like 6 or 7 children, and they were all girls. Now that would be kind of normal. Like there's nothing weird about that until you hear this. The family is very religious, right? So they're all like very Christian, and suddenly this thing happens in their family where their mom gets really sick and she's diagnosed with cancer, right? And the girls, like her the family, her children, her daughters, they make a vow. They pray to God, and they promise to God, if our mom heals and survives cancer, we will make a music band we will create a music band in your honor, in God's honor. Okay? And we will make songs, and we will write songs for you, for the Lord. I shit you not, the mother survived cancer because of their, well, they say it's because of the prayer, right? I wouldn't know. But the mother actually healed and survived cancer, and they stuck to their word, and they created a band in honor of the Lord, and they called it, no, it's like a beautiful story. The mother survives. Like it's a really moving story. Okay? That's not the part I'm here for. The part I'm here for is the band itself. The band itself, they called it Flos Mariae, right? And it's I'm going to look it up. Flos Mariae. I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. Oh, God, look at it. It's bizarre. Like, it's a really good story. It's a really beautiful story, but it's just bizarre. It's the most bizarre Spanish music act of any kind, religious or not. Okay? It's weird. It's like stepping into an alternate dimension. It is weird, dude. So they called their band Flos Mariae, and apparently, so like there's a lot of them, right? There's like, they're like 7 daughters, and this is the like that's the mother. That's the mother. The second one from the left. And they started a band, and they started writing music, and they started posting it on social media. And the music, you hear it, and it's a sight to behold. I don't know who produces these bangers, but you have to see it. You have to see it to believe it. I actually don't know if they've enabled Content ID on this. I don't know if I can play this on stream. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna try it. You just have to see it for yourself. Like, the intention is great, okay? But that's where it stops.
Jesús lo dejó claro.
Pedro le relevaría.
Y guiaría su rebaño.
Porque él al cielo subía.
¡Viva el Papa!
Long live the... No, that translates to long live the Pope, by the way.
De las llaves del reino de los cielos. Y cuanto en la tierra arte y desate. También los
Just standing there, love it.
ves en el cielo.
Oh my god. This is what I've always expected Christian music to sound like. Oh, they got a club mix in here. It's just...
Que viste de blanco y guía pobres y ricos por el Espíritu Santo.
The editing, straight out of an Indian soap opera. Love it.
El Papa
Long live the Pope.
es quien tiene
The editing is what's getting me. I know, right? It's just, it's the editing. And guys, you have to remember, it's not as bad for you because most of you don't actually understand the Spanish. If you actually understood the language, it would probably be even worse for you.
reino de
It's the it's the most chaotic neutral thing ever.
Y cuanto en la tierra
Or like chaotic good. Yeah, it's like chaotic good, right?
y desate. También lo será a su vez en el cielo.
And you would and you know what's the best part? It doesn't stop there. There is lore to this. There is lore to this. Apparently, the whole family had an argument between themselves, and Flos Mariae split up into two bands. A few years ago, they split up. The band split up. Okay, so their mother eventually passed away of age. Okay, so she just got old and she passed away. But the band, but they kept going, and a few years after that, they split up. Okay, and now they have a different band called Mariah's Pop, which is just, it's next level, dude. It's next level. And they've been making new songs, by the way. Oh my god. They've been making new shit. Okay, I think it's this one. The last one I watched. I believe it's this one. Just you have to watch their intro. Their intro is miles better than my stream intro. Just best 2 seconds of your life. Look at that. Top camera work.
No me gustas. No me molestes más.
Whoever made this instrumental, hats off, because you managed to pull off this thing where I don't know if you're for real or just trolling. I don't know if you're trolling with this or not. And that is an art in itself.
Porque insistes, tú no te pareces a
I don't know if this is serious. And that is probably the best thing about this.
lo que busco. No, porque insistes, contigo yo no sería feliz.
What was that?
No me entiendes porque no amas a Dios. No me
She says, you don't understand, like, you don't understand me because you don't love God.
comprendes si te digo adiós, bye bye. Adiós, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.
I mean, at least the vocal is dubbed now.
No me interesas. No me gustas.
I am curious to see, because this was 2 years ago, but this was the last thing I ever saw of them. I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see if their latest stuff, if their latest music, right, is better. I have to scroll back a little bit. Here we go. Never gets old. So it doesn't get better, but that's probably a good thing. Because that's the charm with this thing. You don't know if they're for real or not. Fucking banger. I could never do this. I could never be on this level. It's top tier. Is it me or the vocal is saturated? Why am I even bringing this up? Yeah, no, the master is just clipped. This is just redlining. Holy shit. They managed to one-up themselves. It's incredible. They figured out if they figured out if you're not redlining, you're not headlining. The number one principle of EDM. So this is you're probably inferring by this the fact that it's a love song. But anytime you think this is a love song, it's not for you, it's for God. Okay, so the title translates to "In Love with You." It's probably about God. You can keep watching at your own discretion, at your own peril. You can look it up on YouTube and watch it at your own peril, because I'm not willing to inflict any more emotional damage upon thee. My God. Also, top tier 4 is PNG in the background. Yeah, that's probably some like default RPG Maker background. Emotional damage. Modus, you should quit. Yep, I could never. I'm never gonna be on that level. Modus, I know the whole story already. Do you? Like, were you there the first time I talked about it? Because I remember I told the story at some point. I just don't remember when. I know it was a long time ago, but there may still be some members of chat who have been watching Friday Chill long enough for me to actually, like, for them to actually remember the first time I talked about it. So, yeah. I was actually expecting something actually reverent, humble, and quiet. Now, instead, you got this unapologetic EDM act. That the best thing about it is you don't know if it's for real or not. You don't know if it's serious or if it's just a massive troll. And you will probably never know, because it always teeters around that line, and you never know. They're excellent at that. I'll tell you that. If there's one thing they are the masters of, if there's one thing that they're absolutely masterful at, they have dominated. They've mastered the art of making you doubt whether it's real or not. I didn't expect cheesy Christian EDM with awkward, chaotic, neutral. It's like that one rap where this like pastor said, well, no, not really, because this is just like love for God and like all this thing. But it reminded me of like this one attempt at a rap song from a pastor, the pastor who said that Jesus Christ is my M-word. They actually said that. You can look it up if you want. I'm not gonna show it on stream. Yes, it's I believe it was called the Jesus Christ rap. Jesus Christ rap. Rapping for Jesus. It's the video. 2013. Yeah, that's enough of a clue for you guys to find it. Rapping for Jesus. It's covered on a comedy show here in the UK. That's all you need to know. You can watch again at your own peril. That's crazy, yes. It would also be very appropriate from an American church. It's also very on brand for American churches to do that. So yeah. at the very least, we don't have that kind of like deep-rooted racism problem here in the Spanish church. We have other problems for sure, but we certainly don't have a televangelist problem. We don't have a segregation problem in churches. We don't have, but we have other problems. Okay, but still, at least here it's like more or less civilized. I know not all evangelical. Like, if you're racist and you call yourself a Christian, you're not a Christian, because that is simply not the values that the Bible teaches. That's just it. The Bible doesn't tell you to be racist. Wrong ideologies do. Bad ideologies do. Yeah. That's not what the Bible says. Take it up with the entire medieval era. That's just the interpretation they made, is that they were the superior race. And obviously we all know the answer to that. Love thy neighbor. Exactly. So it seems like the people who seem to preach about like Christianity and that they call themselves Catholics, they seem to have not read the Bible at all. Like, I've read some passages of the Bible and I'm an atheist. Well, I would call myself agnostic because I've been caring less and less, but still. So I don't believe in a God, okay? Like, that's my stance on it. But I've read the Bible, some passages of it anyway, and never have I seen mentioned any sort of hate towards another race or like superiority of one race versus another. That's not just the values the Bible teaches, right? So it's like, do you guys not read? Like, do these people not read? Right? Not read the actual contents of the Bible? Like, oh yeah, just like they're always like super overreacting. Like, hey, dude, just like read up on it and make your own conclusions. Meanwhile, they haven't read the Bible. So, like, I don't know. Didn't Martin Luther try to prevent this in 1600? Oh yeah, with like the Lutheranism. Here it's Luteranismo. So, and here we call it Martin Lutero, so Luther. Lutero. I don't know. So yeah, it's just all you need to solve the world's problems is a little history lesson. And you start to understand a lot of shit. Like the fact that history repeats itself, for example. You start to understand a lot of shit. Now it's just give me $9 billion to secure your place in heaven. Oh yeah, pay for a Scientology course as well. On a similar note, one of the British monarchs, Henry VIII, broke away from the Catholic Church because he wanted to... yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I believe it's he wanted to marry another woman. He wanted to marry a different woman. But the church wouldn't let him. So he just created his own church. So it's like fuck it, I'll do it myself, like Thanos style. I don't know. I think it's more of an ideology thing, because by the time different Christian groups read the Bible and come out of it with wildly different interpretations of it, then no, but like there is like, it's not like there are different versions of the Bible. The Bible is the Bible, and that's it. Like, that's what it is, right? And you could argue, like, maybe some things get lost in translation from one language to the other, from the original in Hebrew to English or to Spanish, but you have to wonder how would you, like, how would that happen? Like the translation, like some information getting lost around, like getting lost in the way I can get, but like changing things entirely and just inventing this racism problem because of a translation. Like, come on. That's not a very good argument. So yeah. Like, there are bound to be some differences in translation, but that difference, like, translation differences is not the same as interpretation. Okay? Playing. Some of you just have no remedy. Some of you just can't help yourselves, can you? Oh my god. That's awesome. Oh my god, it's already at 36,500. 36,500. Oh my god. The TikTok reel. Codename Chords. Holy shit. I think that was our likes, JD. I think I like making music. My god. Oh, that was really fun, guys. I had a lot of fun. Now, I should probably spend this time right before I go to bed to pre-order my Switch 2. How about that? Oh my god, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt in the wallet. What? No way. I have one right here. A retailer who which has it available with the Mario Kart World like bundle thing. I could do it right now. I have it in front of me. It's available. I could just hit add to card and I could pre-order it. Or you can spend the rest of your night watching Flossman. Why would I subject myself to that when I could just play Hi-Fi Rush? Or like play Pokemon Heart Gold. Or just go to bed for an extra couple hours. Get an extra couple hours of sleep. I think that's a better use of my time. I think. So I'll probably hold off on the pre-order for a while. Like, after all, I still have a couple more months to get my hands on a firmware 1.0 Switch. So yeah. So that's the reason why I want to pre-order it. I want to get it with the earliest firmware possible, so I have the most chances of a soft mod being found, so I can put emulators on it and shit like that. Hi-Fi Rush, Flush Money DLC. Like, do those songs even have a constant tempo? Like, if there wasn't a backing, like if there wasn't a backing track, they probably wouldn't. Like, tempo, what is that? I don't know. It's weird. It's bizarre. That's the only word I have. Bizarre. It's the only word I have to describe that. It's an experience. It's an experience. But that's where it stops. It's an experience. Your modus speak or when? I technically have released Speakcore. The So Many Links remix of Superluminal. That's Speakcore. I don't know. If I ever get if I ever get an idea that calls for Speakcore, maybe I'll do it. I'm just not thinking about it right now. Tempo does not exist in heaven, I guess. Yeah. Can we still remix Subliminal? Yes, you could, but they wouldn't be official remixes. I wouldn't be able to support them beyond a repost, right? So you could, but it would be more of a bootleg, and I couldn't really release it under my umbrella. Like, it wouldn't be an official remix, right? But you can still try a hand at it, and if it's good, I would probably repost it on like SoundCloud. Yeah. Don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas. Yeah, holy shit. He's gonna make a GD level now, isn't he? He's gonna make an entire remix of Superluminal only using the GD sound effects. Oh man. Okay, guys, that was really fun. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. We shall see each other in less than 24 hours for Saturday, April 12th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Central European Summertime, CEST, CEST. CEST? Okay. We will have a feedback stream. We will be holding another feedback stream with more tunes to destroy with facts and logic. That's gonna be so fun again. So yeah, I'll be there for another at least 3 hours, destroying your songs with facts and logic right here on YouTube. So yeah, see you in like 18 hours or something like that. Until then, I've been Paul, aka Modus. Have a great rest of your night and start of your weekend. As always, until next time. Los María